Hey guys, welcome to Pet Rambles. I'm Pet and today I'm going to ramble about my watch collection. It's nothing special, nothing fancy. Like with everything in my life, I get excited about something, I read about it, I buy it, and then I move on. So the thing with watches, it came, it's gone. You know, it passed away, it came again, and now it passed away, and now it came again, kind of, since last year. And I decided to kind of make a video so I can tell you about my mistakes and whatnot, and what I'm considering on doing in the future, or I don't know. It's kind of like I don't want to say this is kind of like a hobby. I think maybe at least for me, maybe a watch is kind of like in a way to express myself. I've never been kind of like a fashion guy. I usually express myself to t-shirts when it comes to what I'm going to wear, right? I like to have t-shirts with different designs, and then during winter and autumn and so on, I have like a pair of black jeans, and I have two pairs that I bought in 2019, and I'm still wearing those. So I don't care. And same thing with shoes. I usually have like one pair of shoes for winter, one pair of shoes for when it's not winter, and then during summer I have some sandals, and that's it, right? But yeah, let me tell you about my watches. I would say that this is kind of like the first one. This Swatch is the first one that's the most modern one. Like I had a couple of watches when I was little which disappeared and whatnot, but this one I think I got in 2000 when I was 19 years old, about 20 years ago. My father got it for me. I knew about Swatch, and I was under the impression that Swatch is like a good brand, and I got this one. It never fitted properly back then, at least on how I haven't do it anyway. It's not been working for like years and years and years, and I changed the battery. But then the thing is that those buttons are kind of like tied up, like it's very hard to switch. I don't think this is salvageable, or if it's going to work anymore. But anyway, or maybe one of the reasons why I'm making this video is that maybe some people will find it through search, and then they will give me some suggestions, some ideas, and so on. And I will make a video about my watch buy list, watch wish list, let's say. There are a lot of watches that are very beautiful, but very, very, very expensive, and I'm not going to spend 2,000 euros on a watch. At least, well, maybe if I'm going to be a millionaire, then maybe. But yeah, anyway, I will make a video about my buy list. But yeah, I always like this type of watches that are more technical, with lots of things on them. But at the same time, I do, recently I've learned that I do want to be able to see the actual hour, like so here you can see pretty clearly the hour and the minute mark, however they are called. I'm not sure how they are called in English. It's clear to see. So yeah, this was the first one. Then in about 2014, I think my father bought me this one, which I haven't worn that much because it's not really my type. It's a Festina. It hasn't worked in like years. I was thinking that maybe I should put a battery in it and try to make it. I mean, my father died like 9 years ago, and this watch is still dear to me because he gifted it to me, like other things that I have from him. But yeah, I don't know, like it wasn't really my thing when I saw this watch. What do you guys think? Maybe I'm going to enjoy it now, if it's still going to work. But my bane of existence, it's this Samsung Galaxy Watch 4. I believe I bought it like 3 or 4 years ago. It was brand new. It was 400 euros. And initially I wanted to only make a video about this watch and say something like how this watch, and be like, hey, this watch is like e-waste. This will be like the thumbnail or something like that. Yeah, because it is e-waste. It is a fine watch. It's still working nice. It's giving me info about it. I bought it during a time when I was going pretty often with my bike, and I wanted to track everything, including heart rate and so on. But then of course that thing wear out, and I'm like, I don't care that much anymore. And this became like a watch that I'm not configuring. I'm not using it for and for years I didn't actually wanted to buy a smartwatch, because I have a friend, but back when we were working together, and he was always receiving notification. He was always like watching his his hand all the time, and I was like, I don't care. I don't want I don't actually have notification on my phone, only on WhatsApp. I don't care about receiving notification. I don't care about receiving calls and so on. So for me, a smartwatch is not really that useful. And for fitness stuff, I would have been much better probably to buy something that's cheaper, because for 400 euros, I can buy a really, really nice watch that I can still wear years from now, and it's not going to devalue that much. But with a smartwatch, it's e-waste. You know, like for years from now, why would you want to buy this when you can buy a new one that's faster and better and so on, right? So, yeah, I haven't turned it on in almost 1 year. Then, kind of like what sparked my interest again before buying this smartwatch, it was those fossils that you see here on the right. And I saw this one, and I remember I absolutely loved how it looked. I was looking at the picture and was like, oh my god, this one is really, really nice. This is a style that I like a lot. I like the straps, the brown. I think it's fitting well together. And it was pretty sold out. This was back in 2019. But then I got it on a sale, and then the lines weren't aligned, and I returned it. I mean, it's Fossil. Fossil, I think they do okay watches, but their quality is not that great all the time, let's say. But it's fine. And I returned it. And then I saw this watch on a group on Facebook where I'm part of, where people post what they are buying, and I was like, hey, I like this watch a lot, and I bought it. And as you can see, this watch is actually not really aligned, and I think I don't think even the chronometer it's working anymore, because I think it was the thing from below. It's, as you can see, it's not straight or something like that. And yeah, I don't know. I'm pressing the buttons, and but yeah, anyway, again, they ran out of battery until a couple of months ago, and I was like, yeah, let's put some batteries into this Fossil. And I do enjoy this one. Ever since I put batteries in those, I've been wearing this one, and I think I like the orange, and I like the simplicity of it, even that it's a little bit more technical, let's say, with a couple of things there. But yeah, the thing is that I got this one, and a couple of days later I see this thing again on sale, or something like that anyway, and I got it again, and I felt guilty, because whenever I'm spending money on things that I want, I'm feeling guilty because I should have saved the money. Anyway, it's a problem. It's a problem. I'm dealing with it. And now I have 2 watches, back then. And yeah, I kept wearing them for a couple of years, and then pandemic came in, and then didn't go out that much, and then started to go with bike. In 2021 I bought this one, and then I stopped. I only wear the smartwatch. Then I got bored of it, and last year I kind of got into this watch phase again, and since last year I bought those 4. And the one that kind of caught my attention was this Seiko. I wanted to buy, I was like, let's buy a very quality watch from a quality brand. And Seiko, from what I know, it is a quality brand. And because I'm a dude that likes music, I found the gimmick of this watch pretty interesting. Maybe I will make a separate video of it, but this is a Seiko metronome watch. And sound mode, so yeah, let's change the mode. It's going into metronome mode, as you can see. Hopefully you can see it. And now it's 120 BPMs, and if I am to put the sound, hopefully you can hear it. And then I can go slower. So it's kind of like a nice gimmick, right? And I had to import it from, it's only available in Japan. And it also has this pitch mode, which I don't know how, I don't care about that much, but I love how things are, and I love how it looks, but, which is why it's important to see watches before. And now that I know myself better, I wouldn't have purchased this one maybe, and I'm not sure, maybe I'm going to keep it for a little bit and then I'm going to sell it. What's your opinion? The thing is that this is my wrist, and this is how the watch is looking on my wrist, and I think it's a bit too small for me. It's 36 millimeters. Even 38, it's a little bit small for me, I think. And it's also, I mean, the straps are a little bit crap. Everybody is saying that the straps themselves are a little bit so-so. But yeah, I mean, it's also a little bit like, because it's a little bit shiny, it feels a little bit too formal, and I'm not the type of person that's going to formal. I do have a wedding this month, and probably I'm going to wear this just because it's a more of a special occasion or something like that. But yeah, day to day, I wouldn't wear this day to day. And I'm also not the type of person that's going, as I've said, to events where, hey, let's get this bad boy out or something like that. I need something to wear day to day for the fun of it. And yeah, I think it's too small. It's 36 millimeters. The next one that I enjoyed a lot, and I did wear it a lot, is this one. This is the Zwan. It's actually from Seagull, or however it's called. From what I know from the story, you can even see the mechanism behind. Maybe I will do a separate video. From what I know, Seagull, or whatever, this Chinese company, bought some mechanisms from Switzerland back in the 60s or something like that, and they have their own mechanism, and the mechanism is pretty good. And this is the watch that's made to mimic, copy, whatever the design parts of the Chinese fighter pilots, you know, plane pilots, whatever. And then, again, I do like army stuff. I like how it looks, but then again, this one is 38 millimeters, and because of the glass, I think it's making it maybe sometimes look even smaller. But I did wear it a little bit more because it's, as I've said, I'm curious what do you guys think of it. I also like the NATO strap, the green part. So yeah, this is how it looks. It's manual, so I have to wind it up every time, and it's keeping clock very, very well. So it's 11:36, 11:36, and if I'm to wind it down, I think I kind of forgot it. Maybe it's a little bit like this. At first, when I first got it, I was like, oh my god, it's not working, because the red thing I was expecting to be the seconds hand, but the second is actually this one, which is still not moving, but we'll see once I wind it down. Oh, okay, now it started to move. You need to wind it a little bit, and the winding, it's keeping for almost 2 days, I believe, so it's not bad. But yeah, if I am to start it, right, this is how you keep the time. I mean the time when you want to chrono something, but you need to remember to turn it down. And they do have a bit of a more expensive. This was about 160 euros or something like that. They have one that's more expensive, and it's 40 millimeters and something like that. I got this from Amazon, from the official store from Europe, so it wasn't AliExpress. But yeah, I do enjoy it also for the price. Then for the fun of it, I was like, I want something digital. I'm kind of trying to fit a watch in every category, even that I haven't defined the category yet, and maybe you can help me out. What would be like a category that you would consider? It would be something that's a diver watch, something that's formal, field watch, or what would be like the categories? I kind of want to have one piece out of every category or something like that. But yeah, anyway, let me turn this now. So you stop it and then you reset it like this. And then the last one that I got, which I enjoy a lot, it's supposed to be almost 400 euros, maybe about 370 euros, the normal price. But I got it on sale for 200 euros. So it was a very, very good deal, a very good sale. It's a Vostok. It's 40 millimeters. It's pretty thick. Vostok has like watches that are like 44 millimeters or even 48 millimeters. And I was like, 44 might be a bit too big for myself, but 40, I think 40 is pretty fine. And I think it's sitting pretty well on my hand. The downside is that, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, I kind of got used to it. One day later, when I was wearing this, I went to Lidl, and they have that glass automatic doors, very small. Not the big doors, but the very small door that's opening. I was going in, and then the door kind of closed when I was still kind of going in, and it caught it caught my watch, and it was glass on glass, because this is glass, this is not plastic. So I think maybe you can see here a little bit something, and it was so annoying, so annoying. But yeah, I kind of got used to it. I mean, these things happen. The thing is that I can change the glass. It's something like 20 euros, 25 euros. But the glass that they have, this one has kind of like something reflexive. They told me theirs is not reflexive. And I emailed Vostok to ask them, hey, can I buy a new glass? Which even if I was able to buy a new glass, I won't exchange it. I won't change it yet. I will probably change it after like 1 year, just so I can wear the glass some more. But yeah, and I emailed them, and they was like, hey, our retailers are set up to handle everything you need, so email them. So I emailed them, and BB Shop didn't came back, so I'm a bit pissed off, a bit, or not too much, because yeah, I would like to kind of like fix this, but as I've said, it happens. I'm trying not to be pissed off, and yeah, as I've said, I do enjoy this design that Vostok is doing. There are a couple of others who I enjoy a lot, but this one I love the purple. I think it's having like a nice effect. Everything is pretty clear, but then you also it's also automatic, and then you also see the date like in the smaller dial behind. So yeah, the strap, it's fine, but I think it's going to wear out here at some point. It's having two of those things, but yeah, this is kind of it right now. As I've said, I'm wearing this one because it's the newest one all the time. When I put the batteries a couple of months, I kept wearing this one, and before that for almost like 6 months I kept wearing this, very occasionally this, and this one I only wear like 3 times because I'm a big guy. I'm bold. I look weird sometimes, and with a small watch like this, I'm not sure if it's fitting me that well. Maybe you can have your opinion somehow. I shouldn't care what I should wear what is making me feel well, but I'm not. But it's not making me feel well when I'm wearing it because I don't think I look right with it or something like that. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to make a video about my wish list of the watches that I want to buy, and maybe you can give your opinions of your suggestions of what I should buy. But I'm curious about what's your categories. How would you categorize the watches, and what would be your next purchase? Anyway, thank you guys for watching this. See you soon. Goodbye.